Action News investigator Andy Alcock talked with a local attorney who's calling for an FBI investigation into what happened to Carter. Andy's outside the Jackson County Jail right now. Andy?
Mike, an internal investigation into Carter's apparent suicide here at the jail will be conducted. While local attorney Henry Service says it's an important first step, he also says there needs to be accountability for what happened.
That's outrageous. It's unacceptable.
Kansas City Attorney Henry Service is talking about the apparent suicide of Jessup Carter in the Jackson County Jail, where he was being held for a pending arson case. Carter was likely a key witness in the murder trial of his half-brother, Kyler Yost, who's accused of killing Jessica Runyons and Kara Kopetsky. Court records claim Carter was with Yost when Runyons' SUV was torched. Later that day, both Carter and Yost were pulled over in Henry County.
There's no excuse for a prisoner, especially one like this, to be in a position where they can take their own life.
In a Facebook post, Carter's mom, under a picture of her with her son, writes, "My heart's so broken, I just keep thinking, crying, and praying." 41 Action News reporter Andres Gutierrez is the only journalist to get comments from Carter last year about the case against his brother and is concerned for the Kopetsky and Runyons families.
We just want them to feel better at night that he's finally been away, you know, and I'm not okay and my family's not okay with anything that he did.
Service, a former prosecutor, says Yost would have the right to confront Carter in court. But with Carter's death, he says a judge may allow a recording of Carter or a detective who interviewed him to testify to what he said. But there's no guarantee.
Depending on the information that he would have given to the prosecution or testified to in court, it could be devastating to their case.
A spokeswoman for the Runyons family tells us she's still confident in the case against Yost. Meanwhile, the apparent suicide here at the jail is the latest in a series of problems here at the Jackson County Jail. Over the course of about the last year or so, some corrections officers have pleaded guilty in federal court to smuggling cell phones, cigarettes, and other items into the jail for inmates. And there's currently an ongoing class action lawsuit claiming atrocious living conditions, including raw sewage and black mold. Reporting live outside the Jackson County Jail, I'm investigator Andy Alcock, 41 Action News.
Okay, Andy, thank you. This is a decade-old case. It started back with the disappearance of Kara Kopetsky in May of 2007. The 17-year-old was last seen walking out of Belton High School. At the time, Kyler Yost was her ex-boyfriend, but he was never charged. Then in September of 2016, Jessica Runyons disappeared from a party. Witnesses telling police she was last seen with Yost. 2 days later, investigators found Runyons' burned car and charged Yost with that crime. Listen to what he told our morning anchor, Richard Sharp, right after he was arrested.
Kyler, where's Jessica?
No idea, sir.
What happened to your face? Did you get burned?
What happened to your face?
Did you kill Jessica?
Did you?
Several months later, mushroom hunters found 2 sets of human remains in a Cass County field. Those remains were identified as Jessica Runyons and Kara Kopetsky. October of last year, prosecutors charged Yost with the murder for their deaths.